Well, this summer, more than 100 young people are exploring their environment, identifying issues, and taking action, and then passing it on to others. We're talking about the Solar Youth. It's a New Haven-based group that's been creating opportunities for children for the last 12 years. And here to tell us more is the founder and director of Solar Youth, Joanne Scully, and Nicole Dunaville, who's been involved with Solar Youth for what, about 11 years, since you were about 11 years old,
yes,
correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you both for joining us this morning. Okay, tell us a little bit about what is Solar Youth?
Sure. Solar Youth is a New Haven-based youth organization. What we do is we work with amazing young people in New Haven and empower them through environmental exploration.
Talk a little bit about what do you mean by environmental exploration?
Sure. Our program model is kids explore, kids do, kids teach. So we get them to explore their local environment, and that's by doing just kind of exploring and learning about science and nature in their environment. Living in a city doesn't mean that you have to go away to find nature. Nature is everywhere around you. But then we also take kids on out-of-neighborhood explorations, hiking, canoeing, kayaking, things like that.
So tell us a little bit, Nicole, how you got connected with the program.
I started in 2001 or 2 with the program as a participant in the summer program. And then Joanne decided to invite me back to Solar Youth International, where we got to travel to different conferences. And with Solar Youth, I got to travel to Japan, Ohio, New London for different children's conference on the environment.
We're going to show some great pictures from the program in just a second, but what was it about the program that drew you to it?
At first, I didn't like the environment, to be honest with you, but to be a part of the team and the teamwork that we did, and just being around different people from the community, it just made me feel happy. So.
Yeah, Joanne, talk a little bit about, it must inspire a lot of teamwork among these children.
Yeah, there's a whole process that we go through with our kids where young people actually solve problems in their communities. It's a 9-step process that we've come up with where first they're exploring their community and identifying problems, and then as a group they choose one problem that they want to solve and address. And then we take them through a process of figuring out how do you research that problem, how do you brainstorm solutions, choose a solution, and then ultimately take action.
Give us an example of something the kids are working on.
Sure. Oftentimes kids choose cleanups because it's the most obvious, the most visible issue in their neighborhoods or communities. But some other projects have been doing a traffic survey on L.T. Grasso Boulevard because it's dangerous to cross the street to get to the park. Another group found that there was a lot of stray cats in their community, so they did a fundraiser to support the New Haven Cat Project. And a recent one, which is really interesting because this is about environment, is one of in the neighborhood where our office is, there has been a lot of burglaries, and so the young people identified burglaries in their community as the problem, and they decided to sell little alarms for people in their community, and there was a huge demand for it. So it's really up to the kids to decide and solve the problems.
How did children and their parents find out about the program?
We're based in neighborhoods and also in schools, and so we do the outreach within those areas.
And Nicole, looking back on the time that you spent as a camper, if you will, and now you're part of the program, what do you take away from this? What do the kids take away? Because you've seen so many kids throughout the years taking part.
They take away leadership skills for the most part. We do a lot of problem solving, and they take away friendships too.
How has it changed you?
Like I said, I did not like the environment at first, and it also has made me go into college to be a social worker, to work with these type of youth. So.
All right, very inspiring.
Yes.
Thank you so much, both of you, for joining us this morning. And for more